Boys and girls, we're going to continue our reading from the Big Bedtime Storybook by Patsy Scarry. This is story 2. This is Tracking. Little Richard, aren't you going outside to play? Asked Father Rabbit. It's too muddy to play, said Little Richard. Then you could go tracking. Muddy days are just right for tracking, said Father Rabbit. What is tracking? Asked Little Richard. Why, it's looking for paw tracks in the ground. Here, I'll draw you a tracking chart, said Father Rabbit. He got out his pencil and a piece of paper, and he made a chart for Little Richard. Beside each paw print, he drew the face that it belonged to. There were bear tracks, and rabbit tracks, raccoon tracks, and bird tracks, and duck tracks. Little Richard was very pleased with his chart. I think I'll go tracking right now and see what I can find, Daddy, he said. Good luck, called Father Rabbit from the door, but don't bring home any elephants. Little Richard put his nose close to the ground and looked for tracks in the damp earth. Right away, he found a little bug. I am a tracker. Where are your tracks? Asked Little Richard. I haven't got any tracks. I'm too small, said the bug. Then he found some funny web-shaped tracks, and he followed them all the way to the pond. When he looked at his chart, it told him that they were duck tracks. And sure enough, a duck paddling in the pond called to him, quack, quack. Little Richard went searching for more tracks in the earth. And at last, he came to a very strange track. It was big and round and not like a paw print at all. What is it? Wondered Little Richard. It wasn't a duck track or a rabbit track, and it was bigger than a bear track. Maybe it was an elephant track. Little Richard thought perhaps he should go home quickly. Then looking up, he saw a friendly face. Hello, you're an owl, aren't you? Asked Little Richard. Why don't you make tracks like an owl? Because today I'm a whumper, said the friendly bird, whose name was Owlie. Oh, said Little Richard. Then he asked politely as possible, What's a whumper? The bird smiled. A whumper is something that stands up in a sack, and it jumps up and it comes down with a whump, like this. Then the whumper whumped and whumped until he'd whumped right out of sight, leaving big, round tracks behind him. Just wait till I tell Daddy, said Little Richard, and he ran all the way home to tell Father Rabbit how he had tracked down a real live whumper.